Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to my class. Remember, in my first lecture, I have started chapter 3rd. Pair of linear equations and two variables. It means we have two unknown variables. The equations are a1x plus b1y plus c1 is 0 and second equation is a2x plus b2y plus c2 is 0. I have told you that there are two methods to find the unknown variables x and y. They are graphical method and the algebraic method. In my previous class, I have discussed algebraic methods in which three methods are there. Substitution, elimination and cross multiplication. Okay. So today I am discussing graphical method. Today I am discussing graphical method. Okay students. But for graphical method, first of all, we should know that what type of graph will we make if equations are given to us. Okay, there are in this graphical method also there are three conditions, students. In the graphical method also, students, there are three conditions. Okay, first is if a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2. Equations are same, dear students. Okay. So students, by these three conditions, we will find that what type of graph is there. If a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then the graph of these type of equations is the intersecting lines. It means they have a unique solution. It means the graph of the two equations in which a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2 represents the graph of intersecting lines. It means they intersect at a common point, and that common point is known as the unique solution of that graph. Okay students? Second condition is if a1 upon a2 is b1 upon b2 is c1 upon c2. All the values are, the ratio of all the equations are equal. a1 upon a2 is b1 upon b2 is c1 upon c2. Then this is a graph of coincident lines. It means it has infinitely many solutions. Now you are thinking that what are coincident? Coincident means coincide. It means they are the same lines. The two equations are same. Both the lines are on each other. Okay, coincident. This word you have read in class 9th in congruent lines also. Coincident. It means they coincide with one another. Okay. Now the third is if a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2 not equal to c1 upon c2. These equations represent parallel lines. Remember parallel lines? They never intersect each other at any point, however far they are produced. Okay? They never intersect each other means, what does it mean? That they have no solution because no point is there where these lines intersect. So these are the three main equations of the graph. Like in algebraic method we have three methods. So these are the three conditions to plot a graph. Okay. If a1 upon a2 is not equal to b1 upon b2, then the lines are intersecting and the point where they intersect is the unique solution of that graph. Second is if a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2, they are equal, then they represent coincident lines. The lines are on each other, okay? And it represents infinitely many solutions. And the third condition is that If A1 upon A2 is equal to B1 upon B2 but not equal to C1 upon C2, the lines are parallel lines. They never intersect each other at any point. It means they have no solution. So these two lines represent the consistent solution. If we get a solution, either it may be unique or infinitely many, these equations represent the consistent solution. And the line in which we do not get any solution, it means no solution, then this line is inconsistent solution. Okay, so I am explaining the concept of graph by different examples, as I have explained you the concept of three methods. So suppose students, my example is x minus 2y is 0 and 3x plus 4y is 20. Okay students, so we have to find in these two equations we will going to form which type of graph. So what is a1? A1 upon a2. Here the coefficient of x is 1. So a1 is 1 and a2 is 3. Okay students, what is b1 upon b2? Here the coefficient of y is minus 2 and the coefficient of y is 4. If we cancel them, we get minus 1 upon 2. So no need to find the student C1 upon C2, because in this question A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2. So it is the first condition. It is unique solution. So which type of graph will form? Intersecting lines. Okay. So now I am making the graph of this question. A1 upon A2 is not equal to B1 upon B2. That's why the graph is the intersecting lines. Okay. To plot a graph, students take some positive points also and take some negative points also. Suppose my first equation is this. So what is the value of x? It is 2y. And my second equation is this. So what is 3x? It is 20 minus 4y. When this 4y goes on that side, it becomes minus. What is x? It is 20 minus 4y upon 3. So we plot 3. We have to take 3 points of this, 3 points of this. I am taking 3 points of this equation. Okay, students? Suppose I put y is equal to 0, then x is equal to 2 into 0, which is also 0. If I put y is equal to 1, then what is x? 2 into 1 is 2. And suppose if I put the value of y equal to 2, then x is equal to 2 into 2, 4. Students, I have taken all the 3 points as positive. Okay, so take some negative point also. If I take the value of y as minus 1, then 2 into minus 1 is minus 2. Is that clear? Now I have to take the points for this equation also. One thing very important, students, you have to keep in your mind is that the graph of linear equation is always a straight line. Okay, is always a straight line. No curve is there. If your graph is not in the form of a straight line, it means you are wrong. You have calculated some points incorrectly. Okay. Suppose in this, if I put the value of y as 0, then it is 20 upon 3, which the answer of which is in fraction. So avoid the 1. Okay. If avoid 0. If I put y is equal to 1, then 20 minus 4 is 16 upon 3. That point will also be in fraction. So take y is equal to 2. Take y is equal to 2. If I take y is equal to 2, then 4 2 ja 8. 20 minus 8 is 12. So 12 upon 3 is 4. Or suppose I take y is equal to minus 1. Then minus 4 into minus 1 is plus 4. So 20 plus 4 is 24 upon 3, which is 8. Okay, so 2 points are sufficient to draw this graph. So I have calculated these points x0, y0, x2, y1, x4, y2, and minus 2, minus 1, and here also. Now I want to draw the graph of these equations. Okay. So can you see the common point is 2, 4. Here also it is 2, 4. It means the solution of this graph is 2, 4. 4, 2. These graphs intersect at 4, comma 2. I write here the solution because it is easy for me to draw the graph. And the second is 4, 8, 2, minus 1. Okay. Now students, which axis is this? It is y-axis. Y, O, y dash. What is O? O is the origin. Here the coordinates of x as well as y are 0, comma 0. X-axis is always the horizontal axis and y-axis is the vertical axis. It is the origin. X-axis and y-axis are perpendicular to each other. They make an angle of 90 degree. X-axis is always positive to the right of origin. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And x-axis is negative to the left of origin. Okay. Y-axis is positive above origin. Y-axis is positive above origin and it is negative below origin. Is that clear? Okay. So I am making the equation of x is equal to 2y. If x is 0, y is 0. This is the point. If x is 2 and y is 1, it is 2, comma 1. X is 2 and y is 1. Third is x is 4 and y is 2. It is 4, comma 2. And fourth point is x is minus 2 and y is minus 1. X is minus 2 and y is minus 1. So, so our graph goes like this. Okay. It is x is equal to 2y. Is that clear, students? Now the second points are 4, comma 2. This is the same point. And the next point is 8, comma minus 1. 8, comma minus 1. So equation goes like this. Okay. It is 8, comma minus 1. So it is the equation of the line 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. So can you see that this is a intersecting graph and its solution is 4, comma 2. Is that clear, students? Very good. So I hope graph of unique solution or intersecting lines is clear to you. Okay. So second graph which I have explained you is coincident lines. For that I am taking the example 2x plus 3y is 9. Okay. 2x plus 3y is 9 and the second equation is 4x plus 6y is equal to 18. You can very easily see that if I multiply the whole first equation by 2. So 2 into 2 is 4. So 3 into 2 is 6 and 9 into 2 is 18. It means these two equations, the ratio of these two equations are same. Okay, a1 upon a2 is 2 upon 4, which is half. You know, it is a1x, a2y. Now what is b1 upon b2? It is 3 upon 6, coefficients of y. So it is also 1 upon 2. And what is c1 upon c2? They are the constant term. They are 9 upon 18. You can write it as minus 9 upon minus 18 also. Because when you take 9 on that side, it becomes minus. So minus cancels with minus. So no need to write minus. Okay. So it is also 1 upon 2. So can you see that? A1 upon A2 is B1 upon B2 is C1 upon C2. I have just now told you that if three ratios are same, then it has infinitely many solutions and the graph represent the coincident lines. Why it has infinitely many solutions? Because if the lines are coincident, it means they lie on one another. So all the points are the solutions. Okay. So I am making the graph of this equation also so that the things are more clear to you. So what is our first equation? 2x plus 3y is 9. And what is our second equation? 4x plus 6y is 18. So what is 2x? It is 9 minus 3y. What is 4x? It is 18 minus 6y. So what is x? It is 9 minus 3y upon 2. And here x is 18 minus 6y upon 4. So if I am finding the solutions of this equation, okay, if I take y as 0, then it becomes 9 upon 2, that is 4.5. You can take the value in the form of decimal or avoid these points. If I take y is equal to 1, if I take y is equal to 1, then 9 minus 3 is 6 upon 2, which is 3. If I take y as 2, if I take y as 2, then it is 9 minus 6, 3 upon 2. It will also be in fraction. If I take y as minus 1, suppose minus 1, then it is 9 plus 3 upon 2. 12 upon 2 is 6. Okay. So take these 2 points only. Now find the solutions of this equation. If I take y as 1, then it is 18 minus 6. Okay, 12 upon 4. If I take y as 1, then it is 18 minus 6, 12 upon 4 is 3. And if in this, if I take students y, can you see that? Both the points are same. Okay. If we take y as minus 1, I am taking the same point to show you the concept of coincident lines. If I take y as minus 1, then it is 18 plus 6, 24 upon 4. It is again 6. Students, can you see that both the points are same? So 1, 3 comma 1 is, okay. I am making the graph of it to explain this more clearly. I am writing the points here. So again, which axis is this? Very good. It is y-axis. Which axis is this? It is x-axis. Very good. It is x dash. It is y dash. It is origin. X-axis is positive to the right of origin, negative to the left of origin. Y-axis is positive above origin and negative below origin. So what is the point 3 comma 1? X-axis is 3 and y-axis is 1. So this point is 3 comma 1 and the second point is 6 comma minus 1. X-axis is 6 and y-axis is minus 1. So this is the graph. This is the graph. Okay. And second equation has also these points. So in that case also the graph goes like this only. So how can you represent this line? By overshadowing, by making a dark line. It means this is the graph of both the equations. 2x plus 4y is 9 and 4x plus, what is our second equation, students? 2x plus 4, it is 2x plus 4y is 9 and the second equation is, oh, Okay, it is 3y. So it is 6y is 18. Okay, is that clear? What are coincident lines? The lines which lie on one another.